What's going on, guys? DeathMercenary here, coming to you on Prison Forge, played up prisonforge.com, up at the IP down below description. Welcome back to another video. Let's get right into it, shall we? Woo! So, it's been 2 weeks since I last uploaded, apologize for that, but we're updating the schedule to do JAILBREAKMC dev update videos and then factions will also be doing every 2 weeks as well, but alternating weeks. So we'll do JAILBREAKMC this week, the next week we'll do a faction, and then we'll do Jailbreak the week after that, and then faction. So that's what you guys can expect for dev update. I do want to say as well, when these servers do release, I will be recording videos once a week of gameplay of me actually playing on the server, and those will be relatively well edited as well. Expecting to spend at least 3 hours playing, like 2 hours of playtime and then 1 hour of editing for each of those videos when that comes. That being said, let's get into the dev update of this week, or I should say these past 2 weeks. I do apologize for the delay on this, but I did have some Thanksgiving was the main reason, kind of push everything back a little bit. Plus I did start to pick up a little bit of extra shifts at work just so I can pay off a little bit of those bills a little bit faster. So that is the main reason for the lack of upload last week. Apologize for that again, but we're here. So let's get right into it. Something to note before we get into this video is there's going to be 2 different JAILBREAKMC servers. I've discussed this a little bit before on the Discord and maybe in past videos, but one of the big things is that Prison Forge has been rebranded to is the concept of remake. So we are going for a 1-for-1 copy of JAILBREAKMC, which some of you may like and some of you may not like. Some of you might want to see more updates with it. And with that, I'm going to suggest you go to the more updated JAILBREAKMC that we're going to be working on as well, because we're going to have the 2 separate servers. We're calling it OG Jailbreak, Nostalgic Jailbreak. That's the one that's going to be a part of Prison Forge Network. That's going to be its own category. You'll be able to connect to it on jailbreakmc.prisonforge.com. And then there's going to be another jailbreak that is currently being worked on with me, Rep, and some others. And we are working on that JAILBREAKMC having same core plugins, updates, and such. And then we're also implementing a little bit more to it to make it different, a little bit more updated, kind of like how we did with Prison Forge factions, how we added like a mythic rarity, stuff like that. So there's going to be more aspects to it. If you want to know the full stuff that's going to be added, you're going to have to join the Discord in order to stay tuned for that. The Discord for that is going to be discord.gg/jailbreakmc. So, that being said, 2 separate ones. I'm going to be doing updates on both of them. First things first is we've gone ahead and revamped anti-drop. Before, it was just anytime you dropped anything, it would just say, oh, you can't drop that, yada, yada, yada. Now we have changed it to an actual GUI with the command, where if you have different options that you can enable and disable for anti-drop. So right now I only have pickaxe enabled, so when I try to drop the pickaxe, it'll be like, oh, you accidentally tried to drop this, click it again if you meant to actually drop it. Now if I disable it, oh, it's still working. Why is it still working? Oh, because I have lore enabled as well. Alright, there you go. Now it's working. So as you can see, it's pretty self-explanatory. I still have to update this GUI a little bit more so it describes how each part of it works. But for the time being, you can have the all option, the named option, so any item that has a name, pickaxes, anything that's a pickaxe, tools, just any tool, sword, weapon, shield, that type of thing, or you can do equipment, which includes just armor, I believe. And then we also have anything that has custom lore. So obviously this doesn't apply to anything with custom lore. And then some of these will overlap with each other, right? So you can do tools, which will also prevent you from dropping pickaxes, but you can also do pickaxe instead of tools, which just prevents you from dropping pickaxe. Or you can just do all, which is going to automatically override everything because it prevents you from dropping. So just do be aware of this. Like I said, we'll update the GUI to make it look a little bit better in terms of the actual descriptions of each one, but for the most part, they're pretty self-explanatory. So anti-drop has been updated. Next thing on the list that has been updated is enchants. We've actually fixed the enchant order on items. As you can see, it's not currently working here, but if I go over here and grab an epic crystal, because this is an older item that we used way back when that I haven't updated yet. When I go to slap it on here, it's going to add the enchant, and it's also going to automatically fix the enchant order and put highest rarity at the top and then lower rarities at the bottom. And you can also see with that, the enchant colors have been updated as well, because before we were using Prison Forge's enchant colors, but now we're using the Nostalgic JAILBREAKMC's enchant colors, so which includes purple for legendary, blue for epic, so on and so forth. You guys are familiar with that. So the enchant orders on pickaxes has been fixed, so now it is legendary, epic, rare, common. Next part to that is we've added /magnet fully working, and also it has multiple different options now. Before, it just had the 3 and the 6. I actually don't think if the 1 distance is going to be that much noticeable, but I've added it and it worked. 3 and 6 are with the previous ranks, and then we also added a 9-meter one, which is going to be with God rank, which is a temporary. For magnet, you have to apply this every time you re-enter a mine, as it won't work in other areas of the server. So you can't use cells, can't use it in Warzone, that type of thing. This is just for performance sake, and it's also to prevent any abuse. Like if you go for a magnet in somebody else's cell to pick up stuff, that'd be kind of mean, right? We don't want to be doing that. So that being said, that has been added, but it's 100% working. Performance wise, it should be fine. We should have 1,000 people use this and we should be chilling. Next on the list, we've gone ahead and revamped a list of enchants: Vein Miner, Make It Rain, Repair, Spare Change, Explosive, Super Breaker, and a couple others. They all have a little bit of particle effects now, a little bit updated animations. Also, the core mechanics of how the enchants proc were changed a little bit, so now that they're more operational, they work better for the server, as well as they're more nostalgic aspect, right? We got the Super Breaker message that pops up now, and we got the Spare Change message that pops up now, as well as the Repair message. We added some sound effects, so overall, things are looking pretty cool. So we got everything on the enchant side almost done. One thing that we're still working on is the enchant GUI. Pull that up real quick, because before, for us, we just did the legendary, epic, rare, and common enchants, but we're going to keep both that and the nostalgic system that JAILBREAKMC used. But we're going to just update the names on all of these so that they all match and they all work. But for this GUI, it's going to be looking roughly like this. The things we do have to add to this still is the weapon enchants and the armor enchants to make sure they're all correct. See, we're still having to update the lore on them, as well as the names, the colors, all that type of thing. Still in the process of that, but this is stuff that will get definitely done by next video. But the actual enchants have to be added as well, so that'll take some time to do. But with that, just a little behind the scenes of how it works. You just click on the rarity here, and it'll show everything in this rarity, not just, it's also going to show weapon enchants, armor enchants, that type of thing. Same thing for rare, epic, so on and so forth. Except for here, this will only show that specific type of enchant from common to legend. You'll be able to see anything, and this is the JAILBREAKMC version that we used to have. So enchants has been updated as well. And then the last thing for this list is we have actually updated cleansers. Before we were just using our own custom system, but now we're using the nostalgic system that you guys are familiar with a minor tweak to it. So as you can see, the enchant cleanser procced, it activated correctly. Now we have all of the enchants here. I can click which one to remove. But the new thing you'll see here is that we actually have the pickaxe here. This is to help with just coding side of it. If you decide for whatever reason, or if your inventory accidentally closes because you're teleporting or something or other, you have the option to close the inventory, and this pickaxe will just go back into your inventory. So we coded that on purpose to prevent the loss of pickaxes. I don't know if you guys remember before, but when you try to use an enchant cleanser, it would actually just remove the pickaxe from your inventory and then give it back to you. And there was an opportunity for item loss there. Like if you tried to close your inventory, if we tried to reopen the inventory for you, there was just opportunity that it could get bugged out and you guys would lose something, or you could duplicate it, that type of thing. So the way we have it set up now, it works as intended, and it also prevents players from losing any pickaxes. The only thing they'll lose is their enchant cleanser. When if that does happen, I'm sorry, but there's not much else that can be done about that. Yeah. So that being said, we have the enchant cleansers. But it 100% works now as intended. I go to remove Vein Miner, and look at that, Vein Miner no longer exists. So pretty straightforward, and that's kind of it for this episode. Well, yeah, next week we're going to be doing the factions update video, dev update video, and then the week after that we'll be doing another JAILBREAKMC update video. We had updates here a little bit. I wanted a little bit more, but obviously with Thanksgiving it kind of slowed me down a little bit. So, but for next week I should expect a little bit more, and then we might slow down a little bit for Christmas, but we shall see. For the time being, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, as always, please be sure to comment, like, subscribe for more. I do hope to see you all on the release of the server. If you have any comments, suggestions, concerns, let me know down below in the comments. See you all next time. Adios, have a fantabulous day. Peace.